Hi. I am live, I guess, on YouTube and whatnot. Anyways, I'm Brent. I am not in the Booms room as I'm in Las Vegas, as you can see, maybe by this weird thing. I can't see the screen all that well. I think there it is. Yeah, right over there. Um, yeah, I am in Las Vegas, Nevada. There, see, ooh, Vegas. It's very Vegas. I am on day three of the collective, technically. Technically, like day two of the past, but uh all the wrestling stuff started on Wednesday. For the most part, there was like one show Tuesday night, but that doesn't really matter. Um, but yeah, I am here. I've been watching a lot of wrestling. I just watched the Gringo Loco World on Lucha show, which was my 12th show of the since Saturday of last week. Sorry if I'm closing my eyes a little bit. The sun is very bright. I might go this way, so I can see a little bit better. There you can see hotels and stuff. Good enough. Um, yeah. So I watched AEW Dynasty in Vancouver, but before that, I went to Mystery Wrestling. I went to Tokyo Joshi Pro, 2 nights of that. And then I landed in Vegas on Tuesday. We saw Piff the Magic Dragon, which was good times. We we went to a few shows on Wednesday. We went to Pandemonium Pro Wrestling on Tuesday. We went to Dragon Gate. We went to Sean Henderson presents High Stakes, which was quite an experience. We went then yesterday we did all the collective shows. So we did um wow, I'm drawing a blank. We started with Progress. We went into the next show, which I'm it's been a long couple days and I'm very sleep deprived. We did the next show, which oh, the Mark Hitchcock Memorial Show, of course. We did the Desperado Death Vegas Invitational, and then we followed the night off with the MDK Fight Club show. Um, so yeah, and then this morning was Gringo Loco's World of Lucha and World on Lucha, excuse me, and here we are. Um, the Gringo show this morning was a good time. We two wrestlers got hurt. Jack Cartwheel got hurt. One of the guys in the one trios match also got hurt and had to get carried out. So they had to basically change the match on the fly, which was interesting. But I mean, they all knew what they were doing. Um, so that was good. Yesterday's shows were awesome. Um, the progress show was good. There was nothing that really stood out. Some man like Doris versus Michael Oku probably was the best match of the show. I am a big Michael Oku fan though, so that kind of makes sense. Um, we then the Mark Hitchcock show was pretty awesome. Main event was Kevin Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey teaming with Michael Oku again, taking on the Gates of Agony and Ricochet, the Demand. And that was an interesting show because it came out. We found out afterwards that the Gates of Agony literally, like, their flight got delayed. They landed at the airport. They literally left their bags at the airport to come to the show just to make it on time. They even added a bonus match um, before the main event. They added Man Link Reese versus Ethan Allen because they were both worked the Progress show and they were ready to go. So that was pretty awesome that they like stepped in and filled some time and whatnot. There's another guy recording stuff behind me, so that's kind of fucking weird. But I guess it's Vegas, so whatever. Everything here is weird. Um, the Dusty Deathmatch show is awesome. It started off with Zack Sabre Jr. versus Mystery Opponent, which is Fuminari Ame. Abe. Sorry, I'm not pronouncing very well today. I'm also, like I said, very sleep deprived, so that kind of makes sense. Um, but yeah, that was a banger of a match. Rest of the show, everything was really good. Nothing bad on that show at all. Definitely worth checking out. I don't think that one was on Triller though. I think you had to pay for it through New Japan World, which kind of was a bummer. But ultimately, I would say it was probably worth it. The main event was fantastic. Banger, yeah. Yeah. Um uh so yeah, what am I saying? Yeah, the main event was awesome. It was Rina Yamashita, Takeda versus Despi and Jun Kasai, versus Nick fucking Gage, making his official GCW comeback, and Matt Tremont. Um, yeah, awesome death match. The ring was covered in glass afterwards. Absolute banger. Um, so yeah, that was sick. And then the main event was MDK Fight Club, which main event or the main event was kind of the opener in that case because it was a no rope barbed wire match, and it was easier to set that up in between the shows. So that was Doctor Redacted versus Slade, which was an awesome match. And then yeah, just a good night of shows, good night of death matches. The first Wednesday was Pandemonium Pro Wrestling. It was in a small little bar thing called the Bazaar Bar on one of the other sides of here somewhere. Um, really good show. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on what the main event of that even was, but I remember it being very good. There's also another match that was a trios match. It was like the second match on the card. Another absolute that was phenomenal match. What else was there? Oh, then the Dragon Gate show. I'm not super familiar with Dragon Gate. I know one guy who's kind of a friend through the Turnquest Belts Discord is a huge Dragon Gate fan. I got to meet him. He showed me his Dragon Gate belts, which are super cool. But yeah, really good Dragon Gate card too. Like I said, not super familiar with a lot of the guys. I did get front row VIP, so I got to meet them all. All really cool dudes. Got autographs and stuff from them. That was really sweet. We got the main event or the midnight show, not the main event. The midnight show that night was Sean Henderson presents High Stakes, which was in the middle of. It was by the Nerd Bar. It was out in the middle of the street. We bought tickets because we're stupid because they didn't ask for tickets. Um, but I guess ultimately the money went to a good cause. You got to pay the boys, right? So there was like Masato Tanaka took on Sean Henderson on that show. There was a Doctor Redacted, Toby Klein match. Um, a lot of good matches on that. Just nothing like super crazy, super good or whatever, but it was just really kind of a fun atmosphere, and it was kind of a cool place because the nerd bars where like a lot of the wrestlers and stuff hang out. So you're just watching the show, and like Kid Bandit will be standing next to you. Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful was up there. Willie Mack and I talked a little bit during one of the matches, which is cool. Good dude, and yeah, just it was just a lot of fun. It was kind of a longer show. I think it ended at like almost close to 3 a.m. So it was hard to get an Uber back because that was on Fremont, the Fremont area. But it was cool to get over there because I didn't get over there last time. Got to see the old strip, got to see all the bright lights that happened down there. All the kind of neon uh, vibe that you get from there. They have the cool overhang area that you walk in and stuff like that. It's a really cool scene there. It was very much like the Vegas that I grew up seeing in TV and movies and stuff. You don't really I thought it was kind of this one, and then when I got here, I was just like, "Huh, that's not what I thought it was." And then when I got to Fremont, I'm like, "Oh, that this is what I was taught that Vegas was as a kid." But then obviously things have changed throughout the years, and money has gotten a hold of things and made it bigger and better and bolder and brighter and everything. So yeah, really fun city though. Again, it's not a place I want to live necessarily. It's a fun place to visit once every once in a while though. And it was nice this time because last time I kind of flew in later. Um, and then I flew out right after WrestleMania. So I didn't really have time to like do anything or see anything or whatever. But this time I feel like I got to at least see a little bit more and do a little bit more. And we got there's I've got to try more restaurants too, which is kind of nice. 'Cause last time we were kind of just stuck in one area, and that one area was just kind of like you had your choice of places to eat, and otherwise everything else you'd have to Uber for or whatever. And it was just kind of like there isn't time to do that. Here, you're kind of right in the middle of the shit, so to speak, at the horseshoe. So it's nice because I just discovered a little bit ago there's an outdoor food court over there. And which I wish I would have known about yesterday. But again, it's there's just a lot going on. It's hard to find everything, but there's an In and Out right over here that I have eaten at twice so far. It's fucking I love that. I love In and Out so much. Um, but yeah, just and lots of good wrestling shows. Seen so far. I'd like to come out. I'd like to do another one of these at some point here, hopefully soon. Now that I kind of have a lay of the land and kind of feel more comfortable with everything that's going on. I think I'll do another one of these and at some point. Hopefully the audio and shit works. I hope so because it's windy and it's slightly cold. And somebody stole my zipper hoodie the first night. So that kind of sucks. I had a Blackpool Combat Club zipper hoodie and I left it on my chair as I was leaving. And I kind of got down the hallway and I'm like, shit, I left it on the chair and it's gone. So I don't know, probably Jimmy Lloyd stole it or something. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. I got Bloodsport in half an hour, so I got to start walking over that way here in a couple minutes. Um, yeah, Bloodsport's up. We got Joey Janela Spring Break, which I'm very much looking forward to. We got the Sandman versus the Invisible Man in Sandman's retirement match. We got Joey Janela taking on a 14-year-old boy and Brody Lee Jr. We got just a lot of good stuff happening on that show. And then midnight, we got Juggalo Championship Wrestling's Stranglemania, which is, I don't know if they've been doing Stranglemanias. I remember hearing about those, way back like 20 years ago, maybe more than 20 years ago, when they first started doing JCW and doing Stranglemania and releasing Stranglemania tapes and stuff like that. So that should be a lot of fun to see. I like a lot of the guys on that show too. Some of them are local, Chicago, Milwaukee area guys that I've seen on Mondo Lucha shows and stuff. Some of them I haven't seen before. So, and it's Vampiro's retirement match. So you got Sandman's retirement match, and we got Vampiro's retirement match. Now, Sandman, I kind of believe he hasn't really worked out that much. He can always go into matches and, drink a beer, hit some people with Singapore cane, and still be like not in a last match. He's probably better in that way. Vampiro, I don't believe him for one fucking minute that this is actually going to be the retirement match. But hey, you never know. Stranger things have happened. I didn't think Sabu's retirement match was going to be Sabu's retirement match, but probably was for different reasons. But yeah, so we got a fun night coming up ahead. So we'll leave you there. I got more shows coming up Saturday and Sunday, and not Monday because I'm flying back home Sunday night. But yeah, show 12 of 20 in the books. I'm gonna head back. My buddy Reb just said that the line is long for Bloodsport, so I'm gonna start heading that way. The good thing about having the pass, we have the collective pass, which I don't have on me right now, just because it's so windy and it blows everywhere. But the good thing about the collective pass, I can cut the line, so that's nice. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. Obviously, if you see me at any of these shows, if you know me, so come say hi or whatever. But I'm here. I'm in Vegas, and this is a very fun trip. And I'd like to just give a shout out to my wife, who's probably not watching this, but maybe she is. I don't know. But if she is, I'd like to say thank you for letting me do this because this is awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna go watch some more wrestling now. So thanks for tuning in, and more stuff later. Thanks. Bye.